Imagine waking up one morning feeling weaker than usual, your blood pressure slightly higher, your joints a bit stiffer, your energy strangely low. For many seniors, this slow drift toward decline becomes an invisible habit of aging. But what if something as small as a single clove of garlic, taken daily, could quietly start reversing this trend? Inside this simple white bulb lies a set of compounds so strong that doctors are now calling them one of the most overlooked natural protectors for the aging body. It can lower blood pressure, calm inflammation, sharpen immunity, and even slow down bone loss in seniors. Yet most people use garlic incorrectly, losing up to 90% of its power without realizing it. Stay with me, because what you will discover today may change how you protect your health for the rest of your life. 1. What garlic really is and why seniors should care. Garlic may look simple, just a small white bulb sitting quietly in your kitchen. But inside each clove is a powerful natural medicine cabinet that has protected human health for thousands of years. Garlic belongs to the allium family, the same group as onions, shallots, leeks, and chives. Yet among all its relatives, garlic stands out as the true champion. Why? Because it contains the highest concentration of sulfur-based compounds, the very chemicals that help your blood vessels relax, your immune cells strengthen, and your inflammation levels calm down. As we age, our bodies become less efficient. Blood pressure rises, cholesterol creeps upward, joint aches become more frequent, and digestion slows down. Many seniors think these changes are just part of getting old. But garlic interacts directly with the parts of the body that weaken with age. Its compounds reach the bloodstream quickly, helping the body fight oxidative stress, maintain healthier circulation, and support the immune system without overwhelming it. Think of garlic as a tiny soldier. When you crush it, chew it, or chop it, you activate an internal alarm system. This begins releasing allicin, a compound so active that researchers often call it one of nature's strongest biological triggers. Allicin travels through your system like a cleanup crew, helping remove harmful molecules, calming inflammation, and improving the way your cells communicate. This is especially useful for seniors whose bodies naturally lose some of this protective strength. Now imagine someone like Uncle George, age 72. He didn't change his medications. He didn't start a new diet. He simply added one crushed clove of garlic every morning to his breakfast. Within a few weeks, his blood pressure readings were steadier, his afternoon fatigue reduced, and his digestion smoother. Tiny changes, big benefits. Before we continue, I'd love to know, how old are you and where are you watching from? I read all your comments and your answers help me create videos that support your health needs better. Share your age and city below. This is why garlic deserves your attention. Not as a spice, not as folklore, but as a daily tool that helps aging bodies function at their best. Most people think garlic is healthy simply because they add it to their cooking. But for seniors who want real, measurable health benefits, lower blood pressure, stronger immunity, better digestion, it's not just what you eat, it's how you prepare it. Garlic is one of the rare foods whose power can almost disappear if handled the wrong way. The first rule: fresh garlic beats everything. Garlic powder, capsules, and cooked garlic still have benefits, but none of them release as much allicin as a fresh clove. Allicin is the star compound, the one responsible for garlic's strongest healing effects. But here's the surprising part: garlic doesn't contain allicin naturally. It only forms when two separate compounds inside the garlic alliin and the enzyme alliinase finally meet. And they only meet when you crush, chop, chew, or press the clove. That's why researchers discovered the 10-minute rule. After crushing or chopping garlic, you must let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. This waiting period allows alliinase to fully activate and convert alliin into allicin. If you crush garlic and immediately toss it into a hot pan, almost all the allicin disappears because heat destroys the enzyme before it can work. Many seniors have been eating garlic their whole lives without ever unlocking this key step. Take Helen, 74 years old. She loved cooking with garlic, but never felt the strong health boost people talked about. Once she learned to crush her garlic and let it rest 15 minutes before cooking, she noticed her digestion felt smoother, her blood pressure readings started trending lower, and her immune system felt stronger during winter. Small technique, big difference. The ideal daily dose for seniors is simple: 1 to 2 cloves of fresh garlic, crushed and rested. If you prefer supplements, look for 600 to 1,200 milligrams per day, the same range used in clinical trials. Done correctly, garlic becomes not just a food, but a daily therapy. 3. How garlic lowers blood pressure. High blood pressure is one of the silent dangers of aging. It creeps in quietly, without pain, and slowly damages the heart, kidneys, eyes, and even the brain. Many seniors live with numbers like 150/90 or 160/95, believing it is simply old age. But what if 1 or 2 cloves of garlic a day could gently help push those numbers downward? Garlic affects blood pressure through a simple but powerful mechanism. When allicin enters the bloodstream, it helps the blood vessels relax. Imagine your blood vessels as tiny garden hoses. When they become stiff or narrow, pressure rises. Allicin helps soften these hoses, allowing blood to flow more easily. This natural relaxation effect can lower systolic pressure by 5 to 10 points and diastolic by 2 to 5 points, results seen repeatedly in controlled trials. Now imagine George, 79 years old. Every morning, he sat at his kitchen table checking his blood pressure. It was always the same: 155, 160, sometimes even higher. Medication helped, but he still felt tired and dizzy in the afternoons. His doctor suggested adding one small health habit: crushed garlic every day. George wasn't convinced, but he tried it. Within 8 weeks, his readings slowly shifted. 155 dropped to 148, then to 142. Eventually, he stabilized around 138 to 82, numbers he hadn't seen in years. He didn't change his medication or diet drastically. The only new addition was garlic. Researchers believe garlic works not just through vessel relaxation, but also by reducing oxidative stress inside the arteries. As we age, free radicals begin to damage the lining of our blood vessels, making them stiff and less responsive. Allicin acts like a repair team, reducing this damage and helping the vessel walls function more like they did earlier in life. This is why garlic is often called a natural blood pressure companion. It's accessible, affordable, and surprisingly effective, especially when taken consistently. 4. Garlic and cholesterol control. Cholesterol is another slow-moving threat that becomes more common with age. Many seniors discover rising LDL levels during routine checkups, even when they believe they are eating normally. The liver naturally produces cholesterol, and as the years pass, this process often becomes more active. But garlic has a unique way of stepping in and helping the body regain control. Garlic doesn't just lower cholesterol, it affects the entire cholesterol cycle. Studies show that daily garlic intake can reduce total cholesterol by 10 to 15% and LDL, the bad cholesterol, by around 10%. This may sound small, but for seniors, these changes can significantly lower the risk of heart disease over time. So, how does garlic do it? First, allicin and other garlic compounds slow down the liver's cholesterol production. Imagine the liver as a small factory. With aging, this factory often speeds up, producing more LDL particles than your body needs. Garlic gently signals the factory to slow down. Second, garlic helps break down existing cholesterol more efficiently. And third, it improves bile metabolism. Bile is one of the main ways the body removes cholesterol. To bring this to life, imagine someone like Aunt Linda, 67. Her yearly checkup showed higher LDL numbers, and her doctor warned her she might need medication. She wasn't ready for that step. She began taking 1 crushed clove of garlic every morning, timing it 10 minutes before breakfast to maximize allicin. 3 months later, her follow-up tests revealed a meaningful drop in LDL, enough that her doctor told her she could delay medication and continue her garlic routine. This steady improvement didn't come from drastic diets or extreme routines. Just a tiny clove, acting daily, quietly supporting her heart. Cholesterol doesn't improve overnight, but garlic offers a natural, gentle push in the right direction, one that aligns perfectly with the aging body's slower rhythm. If you're living with high blood pressure, tell me in the comments what your average readings look like. Your experience may help another senior watching today. 5. Garlic as an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant shield inflammation and oxidative stress are two forces that work silently inside the aging body. They don't cause sudden pain. They don't announce themselves. Instead, they slowly damage cells, stiffen blood vessels, weaken the immune system, and speed up the aging process. This is why seniors often feel slower, more tired, or more achy than they used to. Garlic provides a rare double protection against both of these hidden enemies. Garlic's antioxidant compounds act like tiny firefighters. Free radicals, unstable molecules move through the body, damaging DNA, and sells the way sparks from a fire land on dry grass. The antioxidants in garlic neutralize these sparks before they cause harm. This protection is especially important for seniors, whose bodies naturally produce more free radicals as metabolism slows and cells become less efficient. On the other side, garlic also reduces inflammation. Medical tests like CRP, C-reactive protein, IL-6, and TNF-alpha are markers of inflammation. In several clinical trials, seniors who consumed garlic daily showed meaningful drops in these markers. Lower inflammation means less strain on the heart, less stress on the joints, and better long-term protection against chronic illnesses like diabetes, arthritis, and even dementia. To make this easier to visualize, imagine your body as a house. Free radicals are like small fires popping up in different rooms. Inflammation is like smoke spreading through the entire house, making everything harder to function. Garlic sends in both firefighters and air purifiers at the same time, reducing damage and clearing the internal environment. Take Mary, 71 years old, who dealt with constant morning stiffness in her hands. Her doctor explained it was a combination of age-related inflammation and oxidative stress. After adding 1 clove of crushed garlic a day to her routine, she noticed her stiffness easing and her energy levels rising. It didn't cure everything nothing magical does, but it gave her body the support it was quietly asking for. This dual shield of antioxidant and anti-inflammatory power is one of the reasons garlic is considered a true anti-aging food. 6. Immune system strengthening. As we grow older, one of the first systems to weaken is the immune system. Many seniors notice they catch colds faster, take longer to recover, or feel wiped out after even a minor infection. What makes garlic remarkable is its ability to strengthen immunity in ways both subtle and powerful, helping the body stay resilient during the years when defense systems naturally decline. Several randomized trials have found that people who take garlic daily experience fewer colds in some cases, nearly half as many. The duration of illness also drops significantly. Seniors who used to spend 5 days struggling through a cold often recover in a day or two instead. And perhaps most importantly, the severity of symptoms becomes lighter, giving the body a chance to bounce back rather than crash. Garlic works by boosting key immune cells, especially T cells and natural killer NK cells. T cells help coordinate the immune response, while NK cells act like elite soldiers, quickly destroying infected or abnormal cells. In aging bodies, these cells tend to slow down. Garlic nudges them back into action, keeping the immune system sharp and ready. To bring this to life, imagine Raymond, 76. Every winter, he dreaded the cold season. A simple sniffle could turn into a full week in bed. His daughter suggested trying daily garlic, crushed and left to rest before eating. He didn't expect much after all. How could a kitchen ingredient do what vitamins and medicines struggled to achieve? But within 2 months, he noticed something different. When people around him caught colds, he stayed healthy. When he did catch a mild bug, he recovered within a day. The heaviness, the exhaustion, the lingering cough all noticeably reduced. For the first time in years, winter felt manageable again. How often do you catch colds in a typical year? Share your answer below so we can compare experiences and learn from each other. Garlic isn't a miracle cure, but it gives the immune system a daily push just enough to help seniors stay strong and independent. 7. Antimicrobial power. One of the most fascinating things about garlic is that it doesn't just support the immune system, it actively fights harmful organisms. Bacteria, viruses, fungi, even parasites. Garlic has natural antimicrobial strength that has been documented for centuries and confirmed in modern clinical trials. For seniors, whose immune defenses naturally weaken over time, this makes garlic an especially valuable daily protector. Allicin, the main active compound in garlic, behaves like a natural disinfectant inside the body. It disrupts the cell walls of harmful microbes, slows their growth, and helps the body eliminate them more efficiently. Unlike many medications, garlic is gentle enough for daily use while still showing impressive strength against stubborn infections. For example, studies show garlic can help reduce candida, a common yeast that can cause infections in seniors. In one trial, topical garlic was as effective as a common antifungal cream. Another study found that applying garlic extract to warts caused by HPV led to meaningful improvement. 60% of participants saw their warts disappear. One of the most striking findings came from a hospital ICU study. Patients who received garlic supplements had lower rates of MRSA, a dangerous antibiotic resistant bacterium. This doesn't mean garlic replaces medical treatment, but it shows how strongly it supports the body's natural defenses. Let's bring this closer to home with a story. Margaret, 73, often dealt with recurring yeast infections and skin irritation. She tried creams, ointments, and dietary changes, but the problem kept returning. After learning about garlic's antimicrobial properties, she added 1 clove of crushed garlic to her daily routine. Over the next few months, the flare ups became less frequent and less severe. Her doctor explained that garlic's compounds were likely helping her body create a less friendly environment for the yeast to grow. Garlic can't replace antibiotics or antiviral medications, but it adds an extra layer of daily protection that becomes increasingly important as the years go by. 8. Digestion and gut health. A healthy gut is one of the cornerstones of aging well. Many seniors experience bloating, constipation, gas, or discomfort after meals, signs that the microbiome, the community of bacteria living in the digestive system, is becoming imbalanced with age. Garlic plays a quiet but important role in restoring this balance because it acts as a prebiotic. A prebiotic is not a bacteria itself, but food for the good bacteria. When you eat garlic, its natural fibers and sulfur compounds travel deep into the intestines and nourish beneficial microbes like lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. These healthy bacteria then multiply, improving digestion, helping break down food more effectively, and even strengthening immunity from within. But garlic doesn't only feed the good guys, it helps keep the bad guys under control. Harmful bacteria and yeast struggle to thrive in an environment where garlic compounds are present. This shift in balance leads to smoother digestion, less bloating, and more regular bowel movements. To make this more relatable, imagine Samuel, 70. For years, he carried a constant heaviness in his stomach after meals. Even healthy foods seemed to cause discomfort. His granddaughter suggested he try a natural approach: 1 clove of crushed garlic with lunch. He agreed, though he wasn't expecting much. After 2 weeks, he noticed the tightness in his belly easing. His meals felt lighter, and the uncomfortable gas that used to bother him at night almost disappeared. What changed? His microbiome was slowly waking up again, nourished, balanced, stronger. Of course, garlic can cause temporary bloating or mild stomach irritation in a small percentage of people, especially when eaten raw. The key is to start small, half a clove daily, and gradually increase. Most seniors find that their digestive system adapts within days. When used correctly, garlic becomes a gentle daily tune-up for the gut, supporting the foundation of long-term health. 9. Garlic and cancer prevention. Cancer is one of the deepest fears many seniors carry, especially when friends or family members have faced it. While no single food can guarantee protection, garlic has shown promising signs in several long-term studies. Its unique combination of sulfur compounds, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory properties makes it one of the most researched natural foods in cancer prevention. Scientists have focused on three main areas: stomach cancer, colorectal cancer, and prostate cancer. Stomach cancer is closely linked to a bacteria called H. pylori, which can weaken the stomach lining over time. Garlic's natural antibacterial power helps reduce this bacteria, lowering irritation and long term risk. In observational studies, seniors who consumed garlic regularly had noticeably lower rates of H. pylori infections. In the case of colorectal cancer, garlic's anti inflammatory and antioxidant effects play a big role. Chronic inflammation in the intestines can lead to polyps' small growths that sometimes turn cancerous. One study found that seniors with a history of polyps had slower progression when garlic was part of their daily routine. Garlic didn't remove the polyps, but it helped prevent them from growing and changing. For prostate health, garlic showed another benefit. A trial involving men with prostate cancer found that those who took garlic supplements had lower PSA levels, a marker doctors use to measure cancer activity. Lower PSA doesn't mean a cure, but it suggests garlic may help slow progression and support the body's natural defenses. To make this picture clearer, imagine Robert, age 73. After a colonoscopy revealed early polyps, he became anxious. His doctor explained they weren't dangerous yet, but they needed monitoring. Robert decided to support his body naturally as well and added 1 clove of garlic to his daily lunch. Months later, during his follow-up, his polyps had not grown, a small relief that gave him confidence and hope. Garlic is not a substitute for medical care, but it is one more supportive tool in the fight for long-term cancer protection. 10. Garlic and hormones. Hormones quietly shape the way we age. They influence energy, bone strength, sleep quality, muscle mass, and even mood. As the years pass, hormone levels naturally fall, and seniors often feel the effects: weaker bones, slower metabolism, or reduced vitality. Garlic might not be the first food you think of when it comes to hormones, but research shows it plays a subtle yet meaningful role in supporting hormonal balance in older adults. There has been a lot of talk online about garlic boosting testosterone. Most of this comes from animal studies. In one experiment, rats fed garlic showed an increase in luteinizing hormone, a hormone that signals the body to produce testosterone. Their testosterone levels rose as a result. But here is the honest truth: no human clinical trials have confirmed this effect in people. So while garlic supports general health, seniors should not rely on it for raising testosterone. Proven methods like resistance training, quality sleep, and stress reduction remain far more effective. On the other hand, garlic has shown more concrete results when it comes to estrogen-related pathways, especially for postmenopausal women. After menopause, estrogen levels drop sharply, which leads to bone loss. Bones become fragile, and the risk of fractures increases. In a randomized trial, women who consumed garlic extract or fresh garlic daily experienced a slower rate of bone density loss. Garlic did not rebuild bone, but it helped reduce the speed of decline, of valuable benefit during the aging process. This brings us to someone like Elena, 69. After her first bone scan revealed early osteopenia, she worried about her future mobility. Her doctor recommended lifestyle changes, including diet support. Elena added garlic to her daily meals, preparing it correctly by crushing and letting it rest. Over the next year, her follow-up scans showed her bone loss had slowed. While garlic didn't reverse the condition, it helped her preserve her independence and confidence. In the world of senior health, small habits matter. And garlic provides gentle hormonal support exactly where aging bodies need it most. Side effects and safe use: garlic is powerful, natural, and beneficial, but like any tool, it must be used wisely. Seniors often take multiple medications, have sensitive digestion, or undergo medical procedures, so understanding the possible downsides is essential for safe, daily use. The most noticeable side effect is odor. When garlic sulfur compounds enter the bloodstream, they eventually exit through the lungs and skin. This is why some people experience garlic breath or even a light body smell. It is harmless, but seniors should be aware, especially if they are sensitive to scent or live closely with others. A simple solution many seniors use is parsley, lemon water, or mint afterward, which helps reduce the odor without reducing the benefits. The second issue is digestion. Some people, especially those not used to raw garlic, may experience bloating, mild cramps, or heartburn. This is not a sign of harm. Rather, it shows the gut is reacting to the strong sulfur compounds. The solution is simple. Start with half a clove per day and slowly increase over a few weeks. Most seniors adapt quickly and find their digestion improves over time. The most important caution involves bleeding risk. Garlic can thin the blood slightly by increasing the time it takes for blood to clot. This is normally harmless, but if you take anticoagulants, blood thinners, have a bleeding disorder, or are scheduled for surgery, garlic can increase the risk of excessive bleeding. In these cases, seniors should inform their doctor or surgeon about any garlic supplements or high garlic intake. It does not mean garlic must be avoided, only that the medical team needs to be aware. Picture someone like Harold, 75, who loved garlic and took it daily. When he was scheduled for a minor surgery, he told his doctor about his garlic habit. They simply adjusted his diet for 1 week before the procedure, no complications, no surprises. Used correctly, garlic is safe for nearly everyone. The key is awareness, gentle introduction, and open communication with healthcare providers. As we come to the end of this journey, it's important to step back and see the whole picture. Garlic is not magic. It won't replace medications or reverse aging. But what it does offer is something far more meaningful for senior study: gentle support for the systems that weaken with time. Blood pressure, cholesterol, inflammation, immunity, digestion, bone strength. All of these can quietly improve when a person adds just 1 or 2 cloves of garlic to their daily routine. Think about the stories we shared: George lowering his blood pressure, Linda improving her cholesterol, Mary easing her inflammation, Raymond strengthening his immune system, Samuel restoring his digestion, Elena slowing her bone loss. None of these seniors made dramatic lifestyle changes. They simply added garlic correctly prepared, crushed, and rested to their day. A small habit that delivered real benefits. Garlic's power lies in its consistency. It works slowly, patiently, asking only that you give it time. And this is where the message becomes so important. Aging is not about decline. It is about adaptation, awareness, and choosing habits that help the body stay strong. Garlic is one of these habits: inexpensive, accessible, and scientifically supported. If you want to try this yourself, the routine is simple. Take 1 fresh clove each day, crush it, and let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes. Then add it to your meal or swallow it mixed with a small spoon of yogurt or honey. If raw garlic feels too strong, start with half a clove. If you prefer supplements, aim for 600 to 1,200 milligrams daily, the same dose used in research studies. And now, one gentle question for you: which benefit of garlic matters most to you right now? Heart health, immunity, digestion, or bone strength? Share your answer in the comments. I read every single one. Your health is in your hands, and your future is brighter than you think. Remember, your health is shaped by small daily choices. If today's video inspired you to try even half a clove of garlic, comment, "I'm starting today." I'll be cheering you on. If you found even one benefit of garlic that surprised you, take a moment right now to support this channel. Like this video, share it with a friend or family member who wants to stay healthy, and subscribe so you never miss our weekly senior health lessons. Every action you take helps spread knowledge that can protect someone's life.